at a Really for Life event.
My baby's life.
Gypsy Rose appeared sweet and childlike.
To do that of the kindness of their hearts is amazing. My mom had gave me this little glass house, and she said, one day this will be real. And now it finally is.
Make-A-Wish, we're taking her down to Orlando, all expenses paid and everything.
Right now, I'm in Cinderella's castle eating some royal mashed potatoes.
To hold hands in a visitation room.
That's what I'm looking forward to. And then, because I know it's going to be great, but it's going to be different.
Documentary, and it was just like really just like heart-shattering. It was really sad to see what she had gone through. I had never written a letter to anyone in my life, but I just felt compelled to write her like a letter for compassion. We wrote back and forth for months, and then we just realized how much chemistry we have. And when I met her for the first time, it just started to go in that direction.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You're getting me quite a few times today. But listen, I just want to start off with, guys, don't mind the noise in the background. I live next to an air base. They will not stop flying the planes for me. They just laugh when I ask, so there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. So there's that, okay? But I want to talk about, guys, I want to talk about Ryan and Ken and Brian and all of these men that pursued Gypsy Rose in prison. If you take away this whole victim story, right? Them pursuing her is actually kind of creepy. I don't know, it's actually predatory to me, in my opinion. Like, what attracted these men to Gypsy Rose? Was it the victim story? Like, oh, I want to go be her knight in shining armor and I want to protect her and I want to be there to save her. Was it? Because if you take away that whole victim story, red flags all around. They are just as predatory, in my opinion, as she was to Nick. What? I mean, look at her. She had the appearance of a prepubescent child. She looked like she was 11 or 12. She spoke like a little child. What attracted them to her? What said, you know what? I want to write her and I want to see if I can form an intimate relationship with her because, well, that's what I want. They sat there and decided to pursue a woman who looked like a young girl. She looked underdeveloped, like a young child who was supposedly traumatized. Any way you look at it, it's given predatory. I'm just saying. And if you ask me, it's not the love story that these people are painting it out to be. At the time, these men saw Gypsy as a young girl with a high-pitched baby voice, no real adult experience, and no independence. Right? So we're going to act like they believe this whole victim story. And somehow, these grown men watched her movie, watched her documentaries, watched her shows, and thought, yeah, that's the one. That's the one that I want. Let's not sugarcoat that. It's weird. That's giving grooming energy. That is predatory. I'm just saying. That's my opinion. I mean, I don't know, guys. Is it the savior complex? Like, did they think that they were saving her? Because that's more of an ego issue, right? Did they want to end up being the hero in her story? Is that what it was all about? Because if you ask me, then it was never about her healing. It would be about their need to feel important. That's not a relationship. I'm just saying that's a fantasy. That's wild. Now, I mean, this is where it gets really uncomfortable. Because even if you believe that Gypsy was a victim, she still looked and sounded like a child. And yet, here they are, these full-grown men, actively pursuing her. Writing love letters, proposing, calling her their dream girl. I mean, that's wild. That's wild. What man sits there and was like, you know what? I'm going to go shop in prison for my wife. What does that say about these men? What kind of man sees a woman with zero adult development, fresh off of conspiring to kill her mother, and thinks that's who I want to spend the rest of my life with? Y'all, what is wrong with these men? There's got to be something seriously wrong with them. Because if you ask me, they are predators just like Gypsy was a predator. I mean, they can say that she was vulnerable and that they wanted to be there for her. But again, if they believed her story of abuse, then that would make her an easy target. They went after an easy target, or what they thought was an easy target. I mean, she came off as emotionally stunted, impressionable, and obviously desperate for connection, right? And that's what they saw as a green light? Dude, that's not a green light. That's a red flag. But these guys rushed in anyway. I don't understand it. I just don't understand what they saw in her. Was it the illusion of innocence? Soft-spoken girl, big eyes, helpless energy? Like, what the hell was it? Which, again, brings it back to being predatory because they weren't loving Gypsy. They were preying on the idea of who she was. You know, and I feel like people don't realize how dangerous it is to romanticize women like Gypsy. When we blur the lines between victim and manipulator, between attention and obsession, we stop asking the hard questions. And the people who slip through the cracks are often the ones causing the most harm, I'm just saying. I don't know, guys. It's this whole, I just look at Ryan and Ken and all of these men that pursued her as being predators. Because, I mean, she looked like a child. She acted like a child. She spoke like a child. She was, if you believe her story, she had absolutely no life experience. And that's who they thought would make the perfect partner for them. And again, that screams red flag. That to me makes them just as dangerous as Gypsy, right? I don't know, you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. What do you think it was about Gypsy that made these men go after her? Was it predatory behavior? Do you think that they acted as predators and saw her as a vulnerable, young, child-looking woman who they thought that they could take advantage of? And now here they are realizing that it wasn't really the story? Let me know in the comments, guys. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say. Please don't forget to like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I appreciate you all so much for the comments that you've been making and for the love you've been showing my page. And I'll talk to you later.